Anyway, so I call her, I told her I'm going to call her. And that was quite, that was a direct approach. And she was like, you're brave. And like, she was digging it. And called her yesterday. And I told her I was going to call her. No answer. And then today, I had a look. She's blocked me, I think. Because the picture's gone. And then I dropped a message. And it's just a one tick. And I thought, And it could be incompatibility. Should I expect to maybe get less success if I am just insisting on calling?
Before I answer that, answer me this. What did you connect over emotionally?
Hand sanitizer. She used her hand sanitizer and I put my hands out and said, top me up.
That's not an emotional connection. No emotional connection, no girl. Simple as that. You're talking about, these are great approaches, but that's all they are. There's no further substance. How do you stand out from anybody else besides the fact that you had the balls to approach her that day? You really have no reason besides your looks for her to engage with you, and women know that they don't have to, compete for looks over men.
Making them smile and connecting with them on a certain level. I'm gonna say that's just as valuable, right?
If it was, I'd be giving you a different answer. No, you have to have, number one, you need the time. She needs to be present, talking to you, looking and wanting to connect, looking like she wants to be there in the conversation, not looking like she's halfway out, halfway in. You have to be having a conversation where you're talking about substantive stuff. When I say an emotional connection, that means you spoke an emotion word. You named an emotion and talked about how you experienced that and what that connection was. Now, you can also have emotional connections non-verbally, but it has to be, and fun. Fun is what you're talking about when you say, oh, I was making her laugh and things like that. Well, there's a difference between her finding you humorous and her thinking that you're fun to be around. So if you're just cracking jokes and getting her to smile and things like that, that is still very surface level. You're not really standing out. You're not really making yourself different from any other guy. My dad makes chicks laugh constantly wherever he goes. They're not falling in his lap to fuck him. So I tell people, if you want to consider a number, and here I am using lingo, a number close, if you want to consider a number close as tangible, like you expect her to respond, then you need probably a 20-minute conversation. That's a reliable amount of time. If you talk to somebody for 20 minutes, you've got a couple emotional connections in there, you say, oh, let me get your number, and you seed the date. It's not about saying, I'm gonna call you later. What you say to her makes no fucking difference. You can't make people do stuff, and just because you say, oh, I'm gonna call you later, that means nothing. It means nothing. So, good for the approach, good for going for the number. Saying I'll call you later, no, that's not a bad thing. In fact, I would, like I said, seed the date. So if you're gonna get the number, you wanna say, look, I'm getting your number because I wanna take you on a date sometime. What do you like to do? You like froyo, you like walks in the park or something like that. You talk about the date while you're getting the number, because when you do that, it makes it more real to her. So your interaction with her, not real. Fantasy, not real. Because it was quick, it was surface. Half of her is going, is this even serious? Is he even serious? When you tell her, you say, look, I want to get your number because I want to take you on a date. What do you like to do? And you start making it more real for her. That's when in her brain, she's going to go, oh shit, this guy is serious. And then the look on her face is going to change. If she's not interested in you, you're going to see it on her face, because you're basically holding her feet to the fire and forcing her to make it real. Right? And only then can you reliably take the feedback from the interaction. Only once it's become real.
I can see that.
Yeah. So, by the way, this is absolutely not saying that you shouldn't do quick approaches like that. They're low probability, but they're still possible. I never got her on.
Choice. We were in a position where she had to move her car, I had to move, and she was going to drive off and blah, 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 blah. Could have pulled her over around the corner, but the fact that she didn't want to go for the coffee meant that we weren't going to get that chance.
Yeah, and another quick test, again, it's making me think of all the fucking lingo, compliance test. Another quick test is, if you're at a weird section or something, you say, oh, step over here with me, right? Let's get out of the, like, if we're on the sidewalk, let's get out of the way of traffic. We're at the crosswalk, let's like step back into the corner or whatever. If she won't agree to that, she's not interested in you. Because think about it. If you're standing there, even with a stranger that you don't know, but you want to continue the conversation, if he says, oh, step back a second, you're gonna do it because you want to hear the rest of the conversation. So if a woman won't get out of the way of fucking traffic or won't reposition herself in a way where she feels less cornered, she's not interested in you. So, I mean, keep it up because this is momentum. Like, I find that guys tend to, like, oh, okay, I did a couple quick approaches and they were flaky. Oh, I did a couple longer approaches and, you know, and they followed up, but then the date didn't happen. Oh, we followed up, we set up the date. Oh, now I've got a couple dates. Now I've got, you know, it builds on itself like that.